Generation Squid, and today we're looking at the Protection Paladin Arena. Played quite a few games, and I have to say that Protection Paladin feels nice. It's not as, didn't feel as natural to me as Blood DK, but that's more because I played Blood DK my since release, so that's why. So what I really felt like, as well as that certain classes are really strong and certain classes aren't strong. So sometimes you just get queued with someone who plays a shit class that just gets denied, completely annihilated and denied by the other class you play against. So that was a bit shitty sometimes. But overall, yeah, it was fun to play. Protection Paladin, I actually have to say that the self-healing on Protection Paladin feels not that great in Arena. It's not like that night where when I'm super low HP, I feel kind of comfortable in getting back. But with Paladin, I felt not as comfortable coming back from low HP. But that's also partly due to the fact that I know that night a lot better. But at the same time, it's if you want to heal back as a Paladin, you need to start to cast your flash of light. And you can only really do it when you have a bubble act, or else you're gonna get insta interrupted, or you have to properly bait them with fake casting. But I'm not that good, so I can't fake cast properly, if at all. So yeah, overall I messed around a little bit with the talents because I used other talents for my duels, but I'm gonna show you them now, which ones I ended up using the most. So first Avenger, just because it's you don't need the AoE in Arena even. Holy Shield, I played a little bit without this, but I felt a lot more squishy against melees with this one. Not a lot more, but I felt more squishy. Then I end up Blinding Light for the extra stun. First I used Fist of Justice, but Blinding Light is just an extra CC to have. And then Retribution Aura, because the other ones is sure, Spell Warding is nice, but I feel the Protection one is overall a little bit better in the current what gets played. It's I feel people play more physical damage than they play spell damage, apart from the rogues, which do both at the same time. Then Knight Templar for the damage reduction and the movement speed. So the other two are kind of pointless. But this one is actually kind of nice for healing. Actually, it's kind of nice for if you want to heal a friendly target. But since I'm more interested about saving myself, I don't use it. And then here, Judgment of Light. I use Consecrated Ground as well, but then people would just cut you out of it. So I didn't take that one in the end. And then here's Seraphim. I just like this one, just for the extra boost damage. Because I feel the damage is a bit lackluster without having this and Avenging Rod, otherwise damage is a bit negative. It's you need to cast a lot of Avengers shields to be doing a shitload of damage, but damage is not something Protection Paladin really lacks. Then into the talents, adaptation for the auto pop on the pretty long CCs. Relentless Assault is the same as usual. And then here, War of the Light, because Unbound Freedom is a really good choice against Kaitas, but you don't know if people are gonna kite you or not. So, and then Shield of Virtue, also very situational. I feel Warrior of the Light is the one that is the most effective overall. Pure of Heart, I had Luminescence a little bit, but I didn't really like it. Plus, when you play against rogues and Dead Knights, this one is really nice to have. Guarded by Light, reduces the mana cost Flash of Light and reduces all damage the target takes. It's just nice to have, so you can heal yourself up a little bit, and then you take less damage as well. The other ones I didn't really try out, which could also be well, but I liked the damage reduction and the mana cost. And then here, Judgment of the Pure. Whenever you cast Judgment upon an enemy, a nearby ally within 40 yards is healed for 6%. I used Charge the Crusader before, which was really nice against in duels, because people you can really focus on one person. But I felt that Judgment of the Pure, you could heal them a little bit, and they can, and the allies get dispelled with a harmful magic effect. And I feel even though I don't really notice it myself because I'm not the person being affected by it, but I feel I've saved my people that I play with somewhat with this ability. So that's why it's really nice to have in Arena. And whereas Steed of Glory could be nicer again for people who kite you. There's a lot of anti-kiting options, but I opted for a bit more half supporty type of Paladin, so I end up with these spells. So I'm gonna talk a little bit during the gameplay this time, just to explain, so not explain, just to talk about certain things that I want to talk about. I felt I wanted to talk about certain things when I made this video, so I'm gonna talk a little bit throughout the video, and I'll see you guys after the gameplay, which comes now. So here's when shit goes down. And yeah, my person I played it just get instantly blown up, and then I get blown up. I think they actually killed like themselves on the karma thing. So I tried to get the warrior down, but it's like I just get he leaps away, and then this happens, which happened a lot. So I just get kited around. It's like, and at this moment I was like, I wish I had my anti-kiting spells, but yeah. And Monk, apparently Windwalker Monk is really, really good, because I lost, if I lost, I mostly lost to monks. So I don't have all of those, because like some of them are just like, my teammate gets completely destroyed, and it's like, it's not even fun to watch, because it's just like 2 seconds or get wrecked. And this I just want to put this one in, because look at the fucking burst of Shaman. And then together with like the Paladin burst. That was actually, just shield him there. I was actually surprised at the damage that I did the most damage. It's kind of interesting. It's like after this fight I really realized like that classes are still very not balanced at the moment, because there's certain classes that are just complete shite, and then there are certain classes that are way too strong. So like for example like Windwalker Monk is way too strong for a DPS from what I've compared to the other DPS, that is it's like not talking about anything else, but compared to other DPS, Windwalker Monk feels way too strong for what the other DPS can do. And in this fight I actually managed to survive out of the kiting quite well. That was mostly because they really couldn't properly kill me. And so I accidentally have the wrong person targeted. So I'm like, why the fuck am I not attacking this person? I was like, oh, herpy derp. So as you can see now, the funny thing is that the rogue's actually killing himself on my consecration and the reflect damage from my attribution aura. It's like I'm just purely focusing the warlock. I'm doing nothing to the rogue. And here he makes the mistake to actually go in front of me, which makes him take the Hammer of the Righteous against the face. And here I use my my Ardent Defender, and with the Reflect talent that is in the artifact itself, I actually kill the rogue there. So the rogue literally died from being reflected with damage and consecration, which was hilarious, if I have to say so myself. So this fight was just one big ball of frustration, but I want to show you anyway, because this is a really it's like if this person actually had the damage to kill me, this is a really effective way of kiting a tank in general. But yeah, they didn't have the damage, and it's just, I just want to put this in just for like, ha, I actually managed to kill you in the end. And it was really frustrating, but I managed to do it. So enjoy my frustration. So as you can see here, it gets really frisky. Use all the defensive spells to save ourselves. So first I heal the... I just need to keep our shaman alive, so... But they almost had us they almost managed to kill us there at that night. I was actually impressed by the amount of damage that Unholy Dead Knight does, and I still want to try it at Unholy Dead Knight because of the damage that they do. So like I played did one video of them where my FPS was complete shit because my shit computer back then. But I was actually really impressed by this Dead Knight and his damage. But we managed to survive purely because of bubbles, essentially there. And here we go into the last fight. Just a little last fight that I felt like playing, and actually didn't see a Frost DK before, so I was actually kind of interested to see how it went. So what I feel like with Paladin is always like you are very reactive healers, like you don't really start healing unless you press the button, so it's like you really need to keep an eye on healing. Actually, I was really impressed with this rogue in this game. That's also why I included it. This rogue was playing really well. And then it's like normally, it's like I've had games where I felt like I was playing solo, but this rogue made me feel like I was playing with someone else. That was really nice. And that is the last gameplay video, so now we're gonna go into the outro. So as you can see, Paladin plays really well in Arena. It's just the problem that you need to have a proper teammate, because else they're just gonna get focused and killed. It's like you need to have someone who knows how to survive with their class, because they're gonna get focused 100%. And it's like you can help them a little bit out, but they really need to know how to survive on their own. Else protection Paladin plus some DPS in 2 vs 2 is kind of like because your DPS is just gonna get blown up. So you need something with a little bit of survivability and CC. But overall, felt really nice to play. Monks were a complete terror, as you see my DPS into oblivion, whilst incapacitating me in turns and just properly CCing me. It's like I was just getting outplayed, to be honest. But this was just fun, because it was just like I got CC'd, DPS got blown up, then I got eventually killed. So it was really frustrating to play this game. So yeah, it was fun to play. Feels a lot different to play in Arena than in Duels. So yeah, but overall very good impression again. It's like it's fun to play at least. So that's the most important, what we all want to know. Is it fun to play in Arena? Yes, it is. Is it good? Probably. Not so sure about like good players. But I'll talk to you guys the next time.